What up? It's your boy Wall Street, back again because you just can't get rid of me. And today I want to talk about a rather infamous name in the NBA. And despite all of the issues that have surrounded this guy's name, I want to just talk about his play. And the person I'm talking about is none other than the Timothy Chalamet lookalike, Josh Giddey. Because Josh Giddey has somewhat been revitalized since being traded from the OKC Thunder to the Chicago Bulls. If you remember correctly, he was traded for Alex Caruso, who is now helping the Thunder tremendously. I think it was a good trade for both sides, frankly. But the Thunder kind of gave Josh Giddey away for not much. Mainly because of the scandal that was going on at the time. Obviously, there was an issue with him potentially being with a underage girl, and it really casted like a dark cloud over his name. And eventually, I think the case was dropped. He never got suspended because he wasn't convicted of a crime or anything like that. There was never charges pressed against him. But it certainly has been something that has stuck with him, right? But I want to talk about how much potential he has on the court. Because he is probably one of, if not the most versatile player in terms of his play style in the NBA. Because just for reference, right? Like, I love the website Basketball Reference, and it'll tell you what position that a player logs the majority of their minutes at for any given season, right? Josh Giddey has had 4 seasons in the NBA, including this one. Every single season he has been logged at a different position. So his rookie year, he was a small forward. His sophomore year in the league, he was a power forward. Last year, he was a shooting guard. This year, he was a point guard. So the only position he hasn't played is center, which I don't see him getting around to doing, frankly. But it just goes to show how versatile he is and where you can basically slot him in anywhere. So he's currently averaging 14 points per game this season, 2.7 turnovers per game, 6.9 assists, 7.7 rebounds. Shooting around 78% from the free throw line. He's shooting a career high percentage from 3 at 37.9%. He's shooting about 46.6% from the field in under 30 minutes a game. He's playing 29.8 minutes per game. And he's only taken 11 shots per game. So, decent numbers. But the craziest thing is last night against the Los Angeles Lakers, and I don't know what day I'm going to post this, so it might not have been last night to you guys, but the recent game where the Bulls visited the Lakers in LA, Josh Giddey almost had a quadruple double, right? Which has happened before in NBA history, but it is very uncommon. The last person I remember getting close to it was Michael Carter-Williams, which was like in his NBA debut, nonetheless, which made it even crazier, where he had I think he had 7 steals, 7 rebounds, and 10 assists or something. Like, he had like a double-double and was lacking 2 or 3 in 2 other categories. So, but Josh Giddey got pretty close, probably closer than Michael Carter-Williams did. He had 15 points, 8 steals, 17 assists, and 10 rebounds in 33 minutes. I don't think a lot of people comprehend how significant of an impact this is when you have a player that can do so much, right? And obviously Lonzo Ball was their point guard before, when they originally brought together the team of DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine and Nick Vucevic and all those guys. Obviously times have changed a little bit. Lonzo Ball missed 2 consecutive seasons due to knee injuries. And he's been around this season, but he hasn't been, a big part of the team, at least on the floor. So who knows if Lonzo Ball is going to stick around, because Josh Giddey seems to be able to run the point extremely well, and he's not turning the ball over a ton, under 3 turnovers a game, while still averaging around 7 assists. So pretty decent numbers in my opinion. I think this is a point guard that should stay on this team. The interesting thing is that this is the last year of his deal. He's currently in a team option, last year of his rookie deal, where he's getting paid $8.3 million. And he's going to be a restricted free agent, so the Bulls will be able to match any offer that he gets from another team, but he's certainly going to get a pay increase, probably a significant one. I would imagine he's going to be getting at least $20 million a year on his next contract, but we'll see what happens. But again, the potential here is just insane, and I think if he can continue to improve his three-point shot, he's going to be like an extreme weapon, right? Already shooting like nearly 38% is pretty impeccable, but like just you never know what he's going to do on the court, right? Like he has so many different ways that he can affect the game that this is a guy, whether he's playing 10 minutes or 40 minutes, he's going to make an impact. And that's something that is pretty hard to find in the league. And I think coming into the NBA, it was kind of like, all right, like how good is this guy really going to be? He got drafted pretty high in the 21 draft, 6th overall pick by the Thunder. So, and he was a big piece to why I think the Thunder got to the point that they were at. Obviously, he kind of just fell out of the rotation a little bit more last year. He just wasn't really the same, in my opinion. And it wasn't so much that he really fell out. He just wasn't. He was playing like 25 minutes a game. He was still starting, but it didn't feel like he was really important to the dynamic of that team, right? And I think with the scandal, again, it kind of was just like, all right, let's let this guy move on. Let's move on as a franchise and figure out what we can do next. But I don't think that his potential ever changed. I still think Josh Giddey is a hell of a player, and I think he's going to have a hell of a career. It's just a matter of time until he really takes off and, I think, frankly, becomes an all-star. I don't know if he's going to be a perennial all-star, but there's got to be an all-star selection or two in his future. That would be my guess. So that's all I got, guys. Just wanted to talk about that after he, had this crazy stat line, the other night, especially against Luka Doncic. They kind of got into it a little bit too. They're trash talking a little, which was funny. But let me know what you guys think, man. I want to know what you think about Josh Giddey. Obviously, the Bulls are not the best team right now. They're probably going to be a play-in team. And with how the Miami Heat are looking, I would imagine the Bulls will definitely champion over them. If they make the play-in, who knows? Bulls are currently the 9 seed. Heat are the 10 seed. They're a game apart. So Bulls are at 31-40. Miami's at 30-41. So we'll see what happens, guys. But it's going to be an interesting postseason for sure. And wishing Bulls and the Bulls fans nothing but success. It's not fun to be stuck in mediocrity. And I think they're at the point where it's either their young players are going to really take the leap next season and kind of make a push. I think Josh Giddey and Modest Buzelis have extreme potential, and it's really only a matter of time until they really take off. So they just got to get another draft pick, in the lottery this year. I think it'd be better for them to just not make the playoffs at this point. Maybe get the 10, 11, 12th pick in the draft, pick a big guy like Derek Queen or something, or Kaman Maluak, from Duke, pick one of those guys and trade Nick Vucevic and just start grinding with the young dudes and see what happens, right? So that's all I got, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Want to know what you have to say. And as always, stay safe, handle business, stand on business. Peace out.